What's up guys, my name is Dean, aka the Blue Crusader, and welcome back to the channel. In today's top 10 video, we're going to be taking a look at some of the coolest community fan made skin concepts for Fortnite Battle Royale. Some of these are really awesome mock-ups made in Photoshop or hand-drawn art or even modded in game. Some of these cool concepts definitely deserve a spot within the Fortnite game itself. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Number 10. Hamaji. I'm not really sure about the purpose of the skin, but it actually looks pretty cool. It kind of looks like a cross between a Japanese style skin and the Skull Trooper, mainly just because the base of it's a skull. Now I'm not really sure if the hat is connected to the actual skull, and if it's like a helmet or if it's a skeleton with a Japanese hat on, but basically in Japanese the word means beach road, so it doesn't really make so much sense, but the fact that there's a pretty cool Japanese ninja style skin that could come to the game if this custom skin was used, then I'd definitely be down for it. I'm really interested to see what you guys think of this skin. I really like the kind of blue silky outfit, it looks pretty cool. I don't really think there's anything like this currently in the game either, so I think it would make a pretty good addition. Number 9. Poseidon. This skin is actually pretty awesome. It is a fan made concept like everything else on this list. It's actually a pretty big shame, mainly because this skin was designed when Season 8 was announced. A lot of people kind of thinking what skins are going to drop in the Fortnite Season 8 Battle Pass, and usually there's always one really good skin at the end. The only downside is obviously you have to level up to tier 100 to actually get it, but this was actually designed as a fan made concept as the final skin, because at this stage basically everyone knew that there was going to be a pirate theme to the battle pass, I guess kind of like an underwater theme. With pirates there's always things underwater, and with underwater obviously comes Atlantis and Poseidon, so there's a lot of things you can explore in an aquatic environment or theme for Fortnite Season 8, and this was basically one of the things that cropped up from the community. I think this skin looks really nice, and it's actually so well made that it actually looks like it's already a Fortnite skin. I actually had to check online to make sure this was a fan skin because it's so well made, and some of these are concepts and they're made in Photoshop via art, etc., but some of them are actually properly modeled and skinned onto existing skins, so they look so realistic, like this one. Now you can see he does have a trident which looks pretty sweet. That'd definitely be a really awesome harvesting tool, and it looks like we've not really had anything like this. I can't really think of anything as close, unless maybe the Leviathan skin's quite close to this, but apart from that I don't really think we have anything as good as this skin, so I'd really like for it to come to Fortnite. Number 8. Venom. There's so many cool fan made skins for Fortnite, but I kind of wanted to show a future that weren't just custom skins, they're mainly based off concepts from other materials. So obviously here we have Venom, which is a Marvel character, and this is just another one of those skins that is so well made that it could definitely be coming from the Epic store. I mean, just look at how cool the skin is. Even the middle of the skin actually glows purple. That's how awesome the skin is. The people who actually made this were messing around with the pack files on Fortnite, which basically means that they were modifying the core game files. Now Fortnite don't actually allow this, they do actually ban people, and they started to actually remove people's creator codes as well for doing this, which is kind of a shame. I feel like modding in games and skinning always actually promotes activity in the game, and it definitely kind of brings the community together to actually make cool things, so I kind of disagree with Epic in this situation, but in one circumstance someone actually made this awesome Venom skin. Now the only downside was, I think, that caused Epic to do this is not only because people could obviously make cool skins and they thought that maybe people wouldn't buy their skins from their store. The actual fact is that some people are actually selling these custom skins and making a profit off them, which is definitely something that Epic doesn't like. And I know that a lot of people around there were trying to sell the Spider-Man skin and this Venom skin for quite a lot of money, guys. There wasn't really everyone who had their hands on it, because you had to know someone who either owned it, or you had to know the maker of the skin, or you basically had to buy it, which is kind of a joke because custom mods and custom skins should definitely be free, especially when you're actually going up against Epic. Epic probably would have allowed this sort of stuff if people didn't start charging money for it, but I guess it does affect the store. But more onto the skin itself, as you can see, it looks exactly like the counterpart from the Venom movie last year in 2018. Pretty sure it was made after that movie came out, and just the glowing and light up features is so cool. I feel like this is something that could come on Fortnite skins that'd be really nice visually. The only problem about having glow up things is enemies could easily spot you from miles away. I guess that's the only downside of having an awesome skin. But one thing about these custom pack file skins is that unfortunately nobody can actually see you wear them unless they have the modded files as well. Number 7, Terminator and Breaking Bad. Now these skins is kind of an exception to this list because there's actually 2 skins on the list, it's not just one, but I had to include these skins because they just look so cool as a concept. Let's be honest, these skins are definitely not really family friendly. Fortnite is a family friendly game, but at the end of the day, they don't really have any blood effects, and most of the violence in the game is pretty toned down because obviously they've got to appeal to a kid audience. Now, although I think these skins are really cool, I feel like they don't really have a place in Fortnite in terms of obviously appealing to different user bases and kids, because obviously they've got to keep an age classification on the game so everyone can play it. It's just how Fortnite works. So I feel like this Breaking Bad skin definitely has references to narcotics and certain things which aren't really kid friendly, so I feel like a Breaking Bad style skin or chemist skin could definitely not be in Fortnite, unless obviously they were referring to just science in general, but I'm pretty sure most people would know it's a reference to Breaking Bad. But it's definitely inspired by those suits, the hazmat suits which Jesse Pinkman and Walter wear in Breaking Bad. Skin looks pretty cool as well because the actual harvesting tool is called the Bunsen beater and it's just a Bunsen burner. I do think the skin is a little bit too complex though. I feel like the harvesting tool for the Breaking Bad side of things would be a little bit too large, and I think it'd kind of obstruct your vision too much. But flipping over to the Terminator skin looks so cool, and they've actually been quite clever with it because the harvesting tool is called Hostile La Vista, because obviously in Terminator he says Hasta La Vista, so Hostile La Vista is the harvesting tool. It's a pretty good play on words. I don't really know why the back of the skin has a thumbs up, like some kind of robot hand or something, but it is pretty cool. I feel like with these skins though, the Breaking Bad one they could probably get away with because it's just a hazmat suit, but for the Terminator side of things, I feel like they'd definitely be breaching copyright, so they definitely have to license that skin if it were to come. But although they're not really kid friendly, the concepts in general just look awesome. Number 6, Anonymous. Now all of you guys know what the Anonymous skin is. There's so many people online that buy those Anonymous masks for whatever reason. It's kind of going down in history as a kind of hacker thing, I guess, where people have those Anonymous masks to show that obviously you can't see their identity. But in this skin concept, there's a skin called the Masked Martyr, and it actually looks pretty cool. I'm pretty sure though that this version of the skin was actually based on the movie V for Vendetta. It's basically that movie where everyone wears those Anonymous masks. Pretty sure it's about criminals, but I haven't really seen the movie. But it has V for Victory Royale, which is kind of play on the words of the movie name, and the harvesting tool actually looks really cool. It has a rose inside of it and a sword through it, and I'm not sure if it's just on a metal pole or what that is, but it looks super unique. It doesn't look like we've actually seen anything like that before, so I think an Anonymous skin would be kind of cool. It's not really like the past 2 skins where they could be kind of, I guess, seen as violent or not family friendly. The Anonymous skin is just something that doesn't really have too much connotation or meaning to it, so I feel like they could probably add it into Fortnite. I think the skin on the right doesn't look so great, if I'm honest. I'm not so bothered about adding it, but I guess it kind of looks like a bit of a beach dude, but for some reason he's wearing a dressing gown. So obviously the skin on the right is based off the film The Big Lebowski. Number 5, the Male Red Knight. So obviously one of the most popular and what used to be a rare skin, but I guess they've kind of brought it back into the item shop a lot more recently, is the Red Knight skin, which is a female skin unlike the Black Knight skin. In Season 2, which was the first Battle Pass, they did have the Black Knight skin, which was the last tier 100 skin, and it looks super awesome, but the only downside is when the Red Knight skin came out, which, let's be honest, kind of looks a bit better, there wasn't a male version. But in this version, it's kind of a mix between the 2 colours. You have the Black Knight skin as the base from Season 2, and then you have the awesome red armour built on top. And it definitely looks like something that Fortnite could bring out and release. Although this is a fan-made skin, I still feel like Epic could kind of steal the idea because it's not licensed, it doesn't need copyright, and it just looks like something they'd release anyway. A lot of people have been waiting for a long time to get a black and red knight skin in the male variety, because obviously we already have the female one, so I feel like they could probably bring it out. He has pretty cool shoulder plates and a really cool belt buckle in the middle. I'm not sure if that's taken from the female red knight skin, but one thing I'd like to be changed is probably the helmet. I do like the black style to the helmet, but I think a full red helmet would make the skin look even cooler. Number 4, Cyber Ninja. I think this is perhaps one of the coolest concepts which has come out from the community. I think a cool robotic cyborg kind of character is just something we really need. Now obviously in the past few seasons we've had superheroes, we've kind of had sci-fi and space sort of things in terms of the rifts opening up and portals all around the map, and the middle of the volcano island in the middle of Leaky Lake just going up in the air, and just so many other cool stuff like that. But I still feel like we kind of need a theme to the game where it's just space and sci-fi, because this skin looks super cool, guys. It's kind of like a Special Forces female skin in composite fabric armor. It's kind of like a nanotech sort of thing with a cool sword. I guess on the right the harvesting tool would be the cool electro sword, and most of the harvesting tools, they always seem to be some kind of weapon, but it looks more like a tool. I feel like we kind of need more weapons like swords to be used as harvesting tools, because obviously they still do damage to players, so it still makes sense, and this kind of space tech vibro sword looks so cool on the skins. I think this is definitely one of my favourite fan concepts, and I think they kind of need to make it a little bit more kid friendly in terms of appearance, but apart from that, I think this skin looks really cool. I think we kind of need a Special Forces assassin type skin that's slender and smaller, maybe a female skin like this, or one of the Save the World type male skins, exactly like this skin. I think that'd be a really good addition to the game. Number 3, Graffiti Head. A lot of you guys might have seen that face that's actually graffitied onto one of the shipping containers on Fortnite, and that's basically exactly what this skin concept is. It's just a mix between this graffiti face and it's just put onto a skin. It looks like they've got the raptor skin, or I guess they've reskinned one of those country skins where they've got the snowboards, and I guess they've just put this on the head. I guess the art style looks pretty cool. It doesn't really look too realistic, but the body looks really great. I think they might have created the custom skin in the game and then photoshopped the helmet, and then it has a stop sign, or a sup sign instead I guess, and a skateboard on the back. So pretty cool skin. It's more skater orientated with graffiti and printed trousers, but I think this skin is definitely one of the kind of like random fun things that Fortnite tends to add, so it'd definitely be pretty cool and it'd be fitting for the game. Number 2, Obi-Wan. Now obviously this is another copyright based skin, and it's got to be licensed if they even wanted to bring anything out like this, but the small feature in this skin concept that I really like is the fact that they've actually made a pickaxe, but instead of just making a normal pickaxe, they've kind of made a cross-guarded lightsaber but without the main hilt. So like in Star Wars The Force Awakens with Kylo Ren, it's kind of like his lightsaber but there's no main lightsaber. It's kind of like a lightsaber pickaxe, and it looks super awesome. But you'll see the name of the skin is called the High Grounder, which is obviously a reference to episode 3 when Obi-Wan says he has the high ground. So I don't know, it's kind of a really nice concept. Most concepts in this top 10 video are not really going to be possible, mainly because Epic have to pay so much money to actually lend them out. Number 1, Loot Llama. Now in most of these videos I usually rank the skins based on 10 being I guess one of the best, but then number 1 being the best, so it's ranked usually in numerical order, but this video is just kind of random skins placed in the top 10 because they all look great. Take this Loot Llama for example. Loot Llamas are scattered across the map and you just get loot, mats and ammo from them, but this Loot Llama skin looks awesome. But obviously in this concept, it's a concept for skin customization, so a lot of people have wanted you to be able to switch heads and bodies and kind of customize your own skins for a long time. But then again, the reason why Epic is not doing this is because they think that people are going to make custom skins and not buy more skins. It's all for profit reasons, which is why we'll never get skin customization. Even though that's the purpose of this image, the Loot Llama skin actually looks really cool. I feel like the Loot Llama as an actual character playable skin definitely has a place in Fortnite. They always bring out skins that are based on things in the game. Like we've had tomato skin and burger skin head skins, and they're based from different locations in the game, like Tomato Town. So I feel like having a loot llama skin's definitely not too wild for Fortnite. It definitely looks like one of the funny things that they'd add to the game. So now that we've judged the top 10 skins, we're going to be jumping on to some honourable mentions we didn't feature. Now the first one is actually a skin which is a fan concept based on the streamer Dakota's. It looks pretty cool. It's based on his whole wolf pack vibe going, and it's a female skin. I do really like the wolf cowl on the head, and it looks pretty sweet. The next skin is actually pretty funny. It's supposed to be a TSM Daquan skin, with his back bling actually being the double pumps, which kind of makes sense, but I don't know why his hairline looks like that. The next one is TSM Myth. Now if you thought that the Daquan skin was just a joke, this skin just really takes the biscuit. I mean, first of all, it looks like some kind of 1990s Lego figure, and it just looks so lifeless and emotionless. And talking about streamers, we also have Dr. Disrespect. Now this is one of the good skins. This is one of the better skins on this list. There's a lot of time being taken to actually use this concept and create it, and it's called the two-time champion because, as you know, that's one of Dr. Disrespect's most common quotes. Two-time champion. Now the next one is probably the best, which is why I left it till last, and that's the Ninja skin. Now a lot of people don't like Ninja, a lot of people hate on him. He is a good meme, but he is definitely still one of the biggest streamers, and this skin is definitely something we need, but not for everybody. I feel like Ninja's definitely broke so many records and brought Fortnite to be one of the biggest names, and he's so famous that I feel like he should definitely have this as his own exclusive skin. If you like this Fortnite style top 10 video, then definitely smash the like button and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. And if you want to enter this month's gaming giveaway for Lego Lord of the Rings, then smash a like on the video, drop a comment below which of these skins are your favourite out of these Fortnite skins, and click subscribe to the channel, and the link is in the description and comments to enter the giveaway. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll catch you soon.